Well, hello again, everyone. Professor Profit coming to you from Gamblers University. And today we've got an interesting roulette strategy submitted by one of our subscribers and friends, Yusuf Ozusin. So Yusuf sent us in a one called Even Money Pyramid, which I really like, and I hope you will too. Now this is a $1,000 buy-in, $100 win goal. Now Yusuf suggested you come in at about $2,700, I believe he said, for all 11 levels of this. But for $1,000 we can do 8 of them, and it's an even money bet, so we feel like if you lose 8 in a row, $1,000 is enough to lose on it. So we're going to go with the $1,000 buy-in on this one, $100 win goal. I'm going to link Yusuf's channel, Spin Till You Win, in the description box below, and you can watch his version if you want to see how the all 11 levels work. And I think you'll enjoy going over there and visiting, and drop him a subscription while you're over there. He could use a few, and I know he would appreciate it, and I'd appreciate it if you'd go over and take a look. So if you do enjoy this video, we do ask for the thumbs up so we know you're enjoying the content. And if you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and do that now. We would really appreciate it. It would help the channel out greatly. Now we do appreciate your comments, so if you have a tweak you think might improve this strategy, please leave it below in the comments, and we'll be sure to share it with everyone. And finally, as always, we suggest you try this strategy or any of them on the channel on your software or your table before you take them to the casino. Get used to betting it and be confident that you can win some money when you are in the casino. So let's head on down to the felt now. We'll show you the nuts and bolts of the Even Money Pyramid. Then we'll spin the wheel for a few minutes and see if this is one you might want to consider taking on your next trip to the casino. So we'll see you down there shortly. All right, everyone, down on the virtual felt, and we're getting ready to spin the Even Money Pyramid roulette strategy. Now this is a $1,000 buy-in, $100 win goal. This was presented to us by Yusuf Ozusin over on Spin Till You Win, and I will put a link to his channel in the description box below, and I invite you to go over and check out his channel. Now he suggests a pretty hefty bankroll for this. I think $2,700 at the dollar level. That'll get you 11 different levels, and we're only going to go for 8 levels, so we're going to stick with the $1,000 buy-in on this particular one. But just know that Yusuf suggests a larger buy-in, and that'll give you 3 more shots at a win. And again, you can go over on his channel and check out his version which has all 11 of the levels. So the way we start this out, again, $1 bets, and it's just a $1 bet on the low, the 1 to 18, and we're spinning. So looking for a $100 win here, and we're off to a good start with 7 reds, so we're up 1. And so let's just rebet and spin again. Excuse me. And there's 20 black, so that's going to be a loss on this one. So when we lose, we'll just go ahead and rebet, and we're going to add $3 more, and we're going to pick up the 1 street and the 16 street. So now it's a $6 total bet, and we're spinning. And there's 3 reds, so that's going to be a nice win for us. We hit the street and the high and the low, so that's a $14 win. So back to our base level now, and we're sitting at $14, which is our session high, of course. And that's 24 black, so that's going to be a loss. So we'll rebet, add 3 to the high, and then again we'll pick up the 1 street and the 16 street, and we're spinning. And there's 8 black, so that'll be a win for us. And it's a $2 win, so that puts us at 15. That's a new session high. So back to our base level. And it's a $1 bet on the low. And there's 5 reds, so that's going to be another win for us. So off to a good start here. And let's see if we can keep it up. Sitting at 16 now, new session high. And there's that 3 again, so that'll put us at 17 now, another session high. And we're spinning again. And we're hitting a lot more than we're losing, so that'll even out. So we'll just have to get ready to weather the storm here in a minute. 22 black's a loss, so we go up a level. That's $4 on the low, And then we'll pick up the 1 and the 16 streets, and we're spinning. And there's 32 red, so that's 2 losses. So on this one we'll pick up, we'll rebet and we'll add another $8 to the low, and then we'll pick up the 4 street and the 13 street. So this is a $16 bet now. And let's see if we can hit a low number. 13 black is a low number, so that'll be a nice $20 win for us. And that puts us at $30, so we're at a new session high. So let's start over and go back to our base level, a $1 bet. And there's 2 blacks, so that'll be a $1 win for us. So let's rebet and spin. We're at 31 now. Still hitting a lot more than we're missing, and we should be hitting about half the time, so we're ahead of where we should be. So let's just keep our fingers crossed and hope it continues. So another win on the 12. We're at 32 now, and there's 16 red. That's another win. It puts us at $33. So let's rebet and spin again, hitting 65%. So almost 2 to 1. And there's a loss, 27 red. So now we'll need to go up to the next level. So we'll rebet, add $3 to the low to bring it up to 4 total. And then the 1 street and the 16 street. So that's a $6 total bet. And we're spinning. And there's 25 red. That's another loss. So now we'll go up to the next level. We'll add 8 to the low and pick up the 4 street and the 13 street. And this is as high up the ladder as we've been thus far. And there's 10 reds, so that's going to be a win for us. And that's an $8 win. And that puts us at 34, a new session high. And we're back to our base level. Now, Yusuf suggests that anytime you do get a win, even if you don't reach your session high, go back to your base level. So we're going to go ahead and do that as he suggested. And we'll just see how that works out. That gives your bankroll a little more protection, and that's always a good thing. So we lost that one. We're down to $33 now, and there's the green monster. So we got that one out of the way. So we're on to the next level, and we add $8 to the low. And pick up the 4 and the 13 street, so that's a $16 bet. And let's see if we can get a hit here. And there's 16, so that'll be a win for us. $20 win, so that'll bring us up to a new session high. $47, and we're back to our base level and a $1 bet. 27 red will be a loss, so we'll come back and go to level 2. And that means $4 on the low, and then we pick up the 1 and 16 streets. And we are spinning. And there's 4 black, so that'll be a win. And it's a $2 win, so that'll be a new session high of 48. And we're back to our base level. And there's 20 black, so that's a loss. So up to level 2 again. And that's $4 on the low, and then the 1 and the 16 streets for $1 each. And there's 15 black, so that's going to get us to our new session high. And we're going to be almost halfway to our goal. We're at 49. The goal, of course, is 100. 19 red's a loss. So we'll come back to level 2. That's $4 on the low, and then we pick up the 1 and 16 street. And we're spinning. 31 black's going to be a loss. So we'll rebet, add $8 to the low. And pick up the 4 and the 13 streets. $16 total bet now. We're still up 42. And there's the green monster once again. So let's rebet, and now we're going to be up to our highest level. And we add another $6 to the low. And pick up the 7 and 10 streets. So we have all the streets bet on the low side. And there's 1 red, so there's our first win. So as I said, anytime you win, you reset whether you're at your session high or not. We're at 50, which happens to be the session high. So there's a 29 black, so that's a $1 loss. And on to level 2. So we add $3. That brings it $4 bet on the low, and the 1 street and the 16 street for $1 each. So that's a $6 total bet. And we hit the 9, so that's a win. That'll put us at $51. And back to our base level, $1 bet, and we're spinning. Better than halfway now, $51 to our goal. And there's 15 black, that's another $1 win, so that puts us at 52. So we just rebet and spin again. And as you can see, those percentages are starting to level out now. We're at about 54% before that spin, which was a loss. So we'll pick up the 1 and 16 streets for $1 and then $4 on the low. And 53% hit, 47% miss. And there's another miss, so we'll go up another level. And this is the one where we add $8. And pick up the 4 and the 13 streets for $1 a piece, so a $16 bet. And let's give it a whirl. And there's 6 blacks, so that's be a nice hit for us. And it's a $20 win, so back to our base level $1 bet. And we're at a new session high of 65 now. And there's 33 black, that's another loss. So let's rebet, and we'll add 3 to the low. And pick up the 1 and 16 street. $64 now, and there's 36 red, so that's going to be another loss. So time to go up another level. We'll add $8 to the low. And pick up the 4 and the 13 street, and we're spinning. Still at 58. And there's 7 red, so that'll be a win for us. $8 win, so back to our base level, $1, and we're spinning. $66 now. And there's 5 red, so that's another win for us. That'll put us at $67. So let's rebet and spin again. 17 black, another win. That'll put us at $68 now. So we'll rebet and spin. 8 black, another win. So that'll put us at $69 now. And just 31 away from our goal. 35 black will be a loss. So let's rebet, and we'll add $3 to the low. And pick up the 1 and 16 streets for $1 each, $6 bet. And there's 5 red, that's another win. So we'll start back over at the base level, $1 bet. And we're at an even $70 now. 30 more to go. 16 red will be a win, so that puts us at 71. So rebet and spin. And there's 33 black. That's going to be a loss. So let's rebet and add 3 to the low. And pick up the 1 and 16 streets. And we're spinning. And that's 24 black. It'll be another loss. So we'll rebet and add 8 more to the low. And pick up the 4 and the 13 streets for $1 each. So this is a $16 total bet. And there's another loss, 28 black. So now we add 6 more to the low, and pick up the 7 and 10 streets. And this is as far along as we've gotten so far in this session. So let's see if we can get a win here. And we do, 16 red. So now we'll start back over. It's a $24 win. And that puts us at $72, which of course is a session high. And 4 black will be a win, so that'll put us at $73. So we spin again. 26 black's a loss. So time to go to level 2 now. We add $3 more to the low. And pick up the 1 and 16 streets, and we're spinning. 27 red's another loss. So now we rebet, add 8 more to the low, and pick up the 4 in the 13th Street. And we're back to that $16 bet now. And 31 black, another loss. So we rebet, add 6 more to the low, and pick up the 7 in 10th Street. So we're at $24 now on our bet. And there's 9 red, so that'll be a win for us. $24 win, so we start back over with our base level bet of $1. And we're sitting at $74 now, profit. And there's 16 red, so that'll be a win. And that'll put us at 75, so we're 3/4 of the way to our goal. And there's the green monster. I believe that's the third one this session. So we'll rebet, add 3 to the low, and pick up the 1 in 16 Streets for $1 each. And we're spinning. 32 red, that's going to be a loss. So we'll rebet, and we're going to add 8 to the low, and then pick up the 4 in the 13th Street. $16, and we're spinning. 23 reds, another loss. So now we'll come back, we'll add 6 more to the low, and pick up the 7 and the 10. And again, this is as far up the ladder as we've been, so let's see if we can get a hit here. 32 red is a loss. So now's when we jump up pretty large. We rebet, and we're going to add 25 this time to the low. And we're going to do a corner bet, the 2-6 corner, for $1. And of course, all the street bets are still $1. So that's a $50 total bet, and we are spinning. And there's a 3 red, so that's going to be a nice hit for us. And now we go back to our base level since we got a win. And we're sitting at 85, a new session high. So there's 19 red, so that's a loss. So we add $3 to the low and pick up the 1 and the 16th Street. And we're spinning. And that's 8 black, so that's a win for us. That's puts us at $86. And as you can see, the hit percentage now is actually 47%, and the miss percentage is 53%. And that's about what you would expect. You have 18 good numbers and 20 bad numbers. So we're right about where we should be on the percentages of hit and miss here. So let's start over at our base level $1 bet, sitting at 86 for the session. And there's 33 black. That's going to be a loss. So we'll come back and rebet, add 3 to the low, bring it up to 4, and pick up the 1 and the 16 Streets for $1 a piece. And we're spinning. And there's 1 red, so it's going to be a nice hit for us. That's a $14 win. So we'll start over again, $1 bet. We're sitting at 99, just $1 away from our goal. And there's 11 black, so that is it. That puts us at an even $100. So that is how the even money pyramid is played. And again, thank you to Yusuf for presenting that to us over at Spin Till You Win. We didn't get anywhere close to going all the way up to level 8, which is what we were bankrolled for. So I'm going to show you how that works, just to show you. Of course, the first level, we remember, is $1. And then if we lose there, we add 3. And we'll add the 1 street and the 16th Street. And as you can see, that's a $6 bet. If you lose that one, we add 8 more to the low. And then we pick up the 4 and the 13th Street. So that's a $16 bet. If we lose that one, we add another $6 to the low. And pick up the 7 and the 10th Street. So now we've got $18 on the low and then $1 on 6 different streets. Now if we lose that one, that's when things get a little more aggressive. We add 25 to the low, and then we add $1 to the 2-6 corner bet. Now if we lose that one, Then we add 53 to the low. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, and 50. And then we add $1 on the corner, the 8 through 12 corner. And we spin, and if we lose that one, then we add $104 to the low. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 100. And we pick up the 14, 18 corner for $1. So now we're sitting at a $209 bet. And if we lose that one, we add $208 to the low. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. And then $1 each on all of the street bets and the corner bets. So we'll bring all those up to 2. And that's a total $426 bet. So that is no, that's wrong. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We leave those at $1. The only bet we have is just on the low. So a $417 bet, and that is as high as we could go with our bankroll. So that is how that is bet. If you get on a real bad streak and you lose 8 in a row, that'll deplete your buy-in. Very unlikely that's going to happen on even money bets, but it's not impossible. So be prepared to lose $1,000 because it can happen. Probably won't happen, but it is a possibility. So the even money pyramid, we started off with $1,000, ended up at $1,100. That's a $100 profit using the even money pyramid roulette strategy as presented by Yusuf Ozusin over on Spin Till You Win. So we thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed that. If you did, we ask you to give us a thumbs up. And if you have not already subscribed, we'd love to have you become part of the community here at Gamblers University. If you have a tweak you think might improve this strategy, please leave it in the comments and we'll be happy to share it with everyone. And once again, thank you for joining us. We hope you'll come back and see us again real soon. Until that time, if you're out there spinning that wheel, we wish you nothing but the best of luck. And we hope all your numbers come up winners. Talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.